My name is Daniel Miller, and I am here with Vection Group. Today, enterprises have fully realized the full value of their big data, and they're striving to empower everyone within their organization to make data-driven decisions. In fact, this is the key driver for companies investing in their digital transformations. In the $600 billion market, we've seen that on average, enterprises are investing $14.3 million to adopt big data architecture, private clouds, analytics, and other technology, all in an effort to bring their companies into this new digital age where everything is driven by data. Now, if you take a look at this chart, it shows us that all enterprises, whether large, medium, or small, there's a 59% adoption rate when it comes to adopting big data analytics. The other 41% may not have jumped in yet. Maybe it's a lack of knowledge or a lack of funds. But this chart is ultimately saying that the time is now to jump in and penetrate this untapped market. Currently in the marketplace, enterprises have two main options when it comes to adopting big data analytics. They can hire a full data analytics team to help refine data and help make it useful. Or they can use something that's easier, like a simple-to-use SaaS. But that tends to keep data sources siloed. At Vection Group, we're developing a cross-functional smart distribution platform that fits right in the middle of these two options. Currently, we have 2 patents that can enable a company to easily share refined data across an entire organization without increasing payroll. Let me show you how our IP works on the back end. Let me if I can get there. So our IP on the back end, it first collects and gathers all the data from all original data sources. It then cleans, fuses, and organizes it so that it's refined and is now extremely valuable. It then repeatedly encrypts and compresses the data so that it's completely secure. And what we're left with is refined data that can be accessed quickly and from anywhere, whether it sits in the edge, the fog, or the supercloud. And all of this happens within real time. Now, our IP on the front end is called My Ticker, and it looks like this. You can see it's a mobile display with multiple meaningful feeds that's used for informed decision-making throughout the day. Each feed can be customized for a specific individual or for a specific department. Let's say this man in the video, for example, is a VP of marketing and on his way into work. As he checks his tickers, it's filled with information that his boss wants him to be informed on at all times. These things might include emails, social media feeds, campaign analytics, and more. Meanwhile, our smart distribution on the back end is only feeding him information that's relevant to him and his geospatial position within the enterprise. Now imagine if decision makers were all this well informed, inside and outside of their own department, all working towards the same company mission. Think about real estate agencies with realtors spread out across a large city. Think about emergency operators communicating with people inside and outside the hospital. Think about on-the-ground soldiers in defense communicating with intelligence in the field. We patented our UI, My Ticker, because it proved to be very effective when we first tested the consumer market in 2015. We immediately gained organic growth with 10,000 users in just 10 weeks. We noticed that users use the application about 4 times a day, with sessions that lasted 7 to 9 minutes long. Since then, we took down the app to continue R&D, which led us to an enterprise approach, which we're at today. Today, this market is a $6 billion market and is expected to grow to $20 billion in the next 5 years. And this number doesn't even take into account the opportunity we'll have to license the technology itself. Last year, we were finalists at the AFRL Hyperspace Challenge, and as a result, we became a prime contractor of the Department of Defense. More recently, we've been awarded our first 2 SBIR Phase 1 contracts, and we just submitted our first SBIR Phase 2 proposal. And if awarded, we'll be funded $750,000 with an 18-month runway. Today, we're raising $5 million to accelerate our product development with a product development team that we're already in negotiations with. We plan to use the money to develop our MVP of our enterprise platform that will essentially connect the front end and the back end of our unique IP, expanding our market to about $60 billion. And here's the team behind Vection Group. We thank you all for your time. And again, my name is Daniel Miller, and I'm here with Vection Group.